Do you guys want to know how to make mid-tempo like 1788-L?
Do you guys want to make crazy mid-tempo presets like this?
Stay tuned to this video. We're going to be showing you guys how to do all of that.
Also, stay tuned for a huge announcement.
You guys are definitely going to like this one. Everybody, my name is Danny Ferrari.
My name is Parker Ament.
We are Excellent Sound, and we are back with a very, very special video for you guys and a very, very, very important announcement that we got to talk about.
It's 2022, baby.
That's right, New Year's
the
resolution.
panorama's over.
What?
We're the pando.
The pandemic?
You know what I'm saying?
It's a brand new year. We got a lot of things planned that we want to talk about. We're not going to get into all of that right now. Hopefully you guys had a great holiday season and a great new year. We are kicking off this year right? And the way we're going to kick it off right is we're coming out with a brand new pack. And
it's not going to be low energy.
Nope.
It's not going to be high energy.
Nope, probably in the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
Mid Temps, Volume 2. You guys.
Mid Temps 2, baby. Let's fucking go.
I gotta say something.
Fucking go, dude.
We fucking love mid-tempo, okay? Obviously, you guys know, you guys have heard that. Our mid-tempo Volume 1 is our most successful pack to date. You guys, over Cartel, which is a hugely successful pack, right? Obviously, mid-tempo is just important to you guys as it is to us. You guys showed it by picking up this pack.
It's definitely our favorite genre.
And we have a thought process behind that. We think that mid-tempo is a genre that is still new and tons of room to grow. So if you are a new producer and you enjoy listening to mid-tempo, try making it, because I really think that there's a lot of opportunity for more people to push the genre forward. We try to do our part.
Huge openings, dude.
Yes.
Huge openings.
And with that, you guys can go ahead right now and sign up for the pre-sale for Mid Temps Volume 2 in the description down below right now, okay? And when you do that, you guys are gonna wanna do that. You know why?
Tell them.
I'm gonna tell them. I'll tell them. Right now, you guys have the ability to join the early access to get Mid Temps Volume 2 early. And you're going to be able to get all the bonuses as well, too. Okay? We're only doing a certain limited number of copies, 1,325. That is it. After that, the regular pack will come out, right? And it will not have all this extra bonus content. And you're going to want the bonus content. Yeah. We promise you.
The last time we did this, you guys were complaining so hard that missed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We dropped Skrilla exclusive access, Mid Temps pre-sale exclusive access.
Yeah.
And, you know, we try to help everybody out, dude, but we got to make it special. This is a special release.
Yes, you guys are going to really, really enjoy this pack. We have really taken it on.
It's such a crazy feeling to, like, hear mid-tempo songs on Spotify, like, on playlists and stuff, and you could hear Excellent Sound samples in it.
Yeah.
It's such a crazy feeling, you know?
It's definitely the most stolen song we've ever had put out.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Why do people do that?
I don't know, because we're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, on top of that, we're going to be releasing a brand new single, which will be the demo track made entirely with Mid Temps Volume 2. Look out for that. We're going to be putting out a single as Excellent for that too. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's
get it off our chest.
We had to get that. That was a lot, dude.
That was a lot, dude. Do you feel better?
I feel
a lot better.
I'm bricked up right now.
We had to hold.
We're starting it off with 1788 High Tech, okay? We started with 1788 when we did Mid Temps Volume 1, and we're starting again, okay? With 1788 High Tech. So let's get into it. You guys can hear there's a ton of sounds in this, okay?
Dude, it's so sick.
All of these sounds, all of the presets, all of these samples will be available for the bonus pre-sale only. You hear that? So if you purchase a pre-sale copy, okay, you can reserve yours right now by clicking the link in the description. You will have access to all of these sounds that we remade from scratch, all the presets. Right now, we're just gonna give you one preset, okay? We're gonna give you one preset. We're gonna give you this bass preset that we're gonna be going over today, which is super sick.
High tech, baby.
And we're gonna be go ahead and giving away racks this time too. We're gonna have racks for the sounds that we do. It's like this heavy guitar, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, it's so sick, man.
So yeah, if you guys want to get the rest of the sounds, like all these crazy glitches, like even this like crazy respace, there's tons of stuff in here. I don't want to go through all that. You guys already know.
It's kind of like Daft Punk, but like heavy fucking, you know, crazy, dude.
It's fucking Mid Temps, bro.
It's fucking Mid Temps, baby.
Tiny horns, haven't done that in a minute.
Tiny fucking horns, bro.
It's a mid-tempo thing, dude.
Love it. Did you separate it a little bit?
I did. I put it together and I separated it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this bass. It's actually pretty simple. You can do this in any DAW if you want, guys. What took a long time with this remake was really trying to match the tonal characteristic of this sound specifically. And of course, the MIDI itself is all over the place. It was really, really hard trying to get this right, so we did our best. And of course, all the glitches that are in here. There's so many glitches. And I know you guys love glitches. We got some more glitch content coming out your way too.
Glitch it out, dude.
So let's hear what it sounds like initialized. It's cute.
It's very cute.
A lot of MIDI notes going all over the place. You guys can see it if you want. There you go. I don't know if that people like that, but there it is.
People like their MIDI.
They like their MIDI. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off. We're gonna go ahead and start with basic shapes right now. We're gonna start with a saw wave, okay? So make sure you just have the basic shape or you can use the initialized saw, whatever, doesn't matter, okay? First things first, set the level to around 67%, and then we're gonna go ahead and choose the warp method to sync no window, okay? And you're gonna wanna put that to 4.98. It's gonna sound like this. Do you notice how much the tuning changes right there?
Yeah.
Right? So if I put this down, so it's really interesting that you kind of can detune with sync a little bit, right?
It's really crazy.
Using sync to match that same thing. So it doesn't always have to be in perfect tune, guys. You can see it sounds good no matter what. So now that we have this set up, Oscillator A, let's go ahead and jump into Oscillator B. So Oscillator B, we're gonna go ahead and use a sine wave. This is gonna give us some low end frequency, and you're gonna set the fine tune to 12, okay? Make sure the volume is all the way up, and you should be good to go. Let's hear what it sounds like. You can hear they're kind of out of tune with each other, but don't worry, it's gonna make sense in a minute, okay? Level all the way up on that. For our filter, we're gonna use a band pass 12, right? It's a multi-BP 12, okay? But we're gonna be using it a little bit different than normal, okay? We're gonna make sure A and B are going to it as well as the noise, and you're gonna wanna go ahead and set your cutoff to 1788. That's right.
That's what I'm talking about,
right
dude.
there, 1788.
Shout out, baby.
Shout out right there. Resonance all the way down, drive all the way up, frequency at 60%, and the mix at 80 sevs. There you go. Now it's coming together. We're using the drive of that filter. Again, you guys, we talk about drive all the time in the filters. Don't sleep on it.
It's all the way up.
It's all the way up. It's got a different characteristic than just the normal distortions that you get from Serum. You know, you only have so many access to so many distortions, so we got to be creative. All right, let's see how this is sounding. That drive filter, man, I love it. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and get into the effects. So for the effects, we're gonna go ahead and do some hyperdimension right now, okay? Make sure the rate is set to 55, to tune at 31, unison set to 3, and the mix at 33%, with the dimension side all the way down and the mix up just a little bit to 32. This is gonna add a little bit more width. And a little bit of phasiness too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of phases it out a little bit, but in a good way. All right, next, here's another thing that people, I don't think, really think about. Especially with Mid Temps, we can get distortion from our plugins too, right? Because they can clip, and sometimes it doesn't sound good, but sometimes you really can push something really hard. Like in this case, we're using the OTT multi-band compressor built into Serum to really push this sound as far as it could possibly go. Make sure your master's set to noon, and the threshold would be set all the way to 89.7 with the ratio at 1.5, attack all the way very, very fast, and release at 99.91. So all the way up, all the way down on the attack, all the way up on the release. That's going to hold that compression. It's going to compress the fuck out of it, okay? And our gain, this is the crazy one, all the way up. 30 dB.
Get ready, guys.
Here it comes. We're pushing the compressor to have drive. Most people are scared to turn things up all the way. Like sometimes you just gotta do it. If you saw our original glitch video using 17 OTTs, you could see that you can actually do a lot with just over compressing stuff. You can just get interesting sounds. So don't ever be afraid to turn shit all the way up. And if you want to see that video, it's right here. Boop.
Yeah, we also have like an Ableton stock OTT where we did this, right?
Yeah.
We did OTT bang.
Yeah, OTT bang, that's right. Yeah. We're gonna go add a little character with the down sample. The down sample is just gonna add a little bit of redux. Make sure you set the drive to 17% and the mix all the way up. It breaks it up just a little bit, which is really, really nice. Okay, let's hear how that's sounding in the mix. It's good, but it's not quite crunchy enough, all right? And we're gonna tell you guys how to be able to do this in any DAW. You can do this with anything, okay? Now that we got a nice, dirty, strong signal, okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Sound is clipping, okay? It's gonna be clipping, all right? I'm just gonna be real with you.
It's okay.
Red's just a color, right?
Red lining, dude.
And if I turned off the master, it would sound like shit. But guys, if it sounds good, that's all that matters, right?
That's
so
it,
you can clip the fuck out of your master. Who gives a shit? As long as it sounds dope. And in this case, it does. So again, no rules. Red's just a color. Just want to go ahead and clarify that. So yes, it's gonna clip a little bit. All right, cool. Let's go back into the video.
Sounds fucking great.
Okay, so the first thing we're adding is some erosion. This is to add some extra hair on the we like to use white noise right here and set that to right around here. You guys can see those settings. Real tight pierced nips right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some OTT to accentuate that erosion. We're gonna pull up some highs, some mids, and some lows, okay, with the output to 8.4, the timed at 143, I love you, and 100%. That's bringing out the hair, that hairy nipple.
Huge hair.
Hairy pierced nipple. Next, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add another OTT. Why not, right? So OTT on. Highs, mids, lows pulled up, output to 6.3, time at 143, I love you, except the percentage of the amount is 54 this time. So it's pretty much the same thing, but just 54%. Now, if you guys are doing this at home, make sure that you are actually controlling your volume on the channel strip. If you can see, ours is set to minus 11.5. We're clipping Ableton, right? But it's giving us a characteristic that we kind of like, right? So if I was to turn this down a little bit more, it doesn't have the same that it does with actually clipping it. It gives it that digital clip that I think sounds really, really cool. Okay.
It's that like really heavy distortion, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Definitely try shit out. Don't be afraid. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add another erosion, okay? This erosion is going to be some more white noise, okay? We're gonna use the white noise is really interesting. It's a little bit more of a wider sort of noise for the erosion sound. If you don't have erosion, you guys can use texture. It's a great plugin. It can do pretty much the same thing. Versus the noise is more of a mono noise. That's always my kind of understanding of it. So set your settings to around that with 50 and 36.4. Oh, we're getting hairy. And then, you know what? Let's do another OTT. We gotta calm everything back down. We got hair all over the place, dude. Pull up some highs, set the output to 13.68, the amount all the way up. Kind of recompressing the sound, sausage it up.
The erosions were kind of like designing the high end of the distortion instead of like, you know, we're always focused on the low end stuff where we're kind of like dipping and bumping and making sure we don't mask. But with the high end, it's like you got to get those really crispy highs.
You got to get them in there and then you have to compress them and then bring them back out. So another erosion down here. Make the nipple real low down here, okay? 0.91 and 2.4. More hair on that nip. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of EQ, okay? This is, you're gonna really wanna cut your lows. We have a sub that's layered underneath this, but also just dip out some of the highs right here. It should sound pretty much like this. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add another EQ to kind of carve. So we're gonna actually pull up this nip right here and get a little bit of that sort of nasaliness in it.
Mix nip right there.
Gives it that nasalness. That's more like, you know, trying to match the original. You don't have to do that. And then we just have a little bit of reverb, a little bit of really, really short reverb. This kind of creates a little bit of space sometimes, maybe a little bit of width too as well in the sound. 679 and dry wet at 16%. You can see this nip right here. That's a more traditional.
There's mid-tempo nips everywhere.
This is a more traditional boob, I think. You know, this is more natural. After your reverb, it should be sounding like this. Very short space, you guys can hear that right there. And then the utility, okay? So utility, you're just gonna wanna add a little bit of width at 120 if you want. We have the gain set up because we're automating it to make it be louder in the drop. You don't have to do that. But what's really cool about this sound specifically is it's actually pretty much used in all the other parts of the song. So in the beginning part, you have this sort of
foreshadowing.
Yes, but the sound is just a little bit tweaked. It's a little bit more EQ'd, stuff like that. And then, of course, in the main bass, this is the most distorted sounding one. We're using bass roundup, a really great mid-tempo trick. If you guys didn't know, set to dual, that really helps out a lot. It's pretty much the same sound, just kind of more aggressive in some parts or less aggressive in others. But this sound is so sick. I mean, 17888-L is an insane producer, inspires me so much. So now that we got all that, again, another thing you guys want to think about too is there is a very, very heavy sidechain on this type of sound. If you don't have a sidechain on, that's like, I'm using Kickstart in this case. We're gonna switch it over to the regular sidechain that we normally use. But Kickstart's really great for just getting some really, really good, clean, like aggressive sort of sidechain like you would hear in house or mid-tempo, right? Love this plugin, okay? But it's really heavily sidechained. And that really helps the sound a lot. It's a big part of the sound design. It's kind of boring without it.
Yeah.
It makes it more kind of jumpy and more groovy.
It's fucking EDM, dude. You gotta sidechain your fucking bass.
It's sidechained the fuck out of it. And of course, the sub, it's just pretty much a regular sub. I don't want to get too much into it. You can get this in the pre-sale pack, but it has a little bit of harmonics in it. Ooh, it's a nice sub.
Oh, that's a really clean sub, dude.
And together, they all sound like this. You know what's really cool about mid-tempo is, like, think about in 2012, right? Like the big, you know, it was dubstep and brostep, but then you had like electro, right? And electro, you know, like I would say Porter Robinson was kind of electro, Zed was kind of electro, right? Another guy I like to listen to, shout out if you guys know this guy is, but Overwork was super sick, super sick.
Overwork.
Yeah, show a picture. I don't know, it's over there. So I feel like then everybody moved away from electro, right? But somehow there was people down below the lab working on electro and like defining it, and then all of a sudden mid-tempo came out. It was a slower version of electro, but you get all these cool, interesting sounds that like are, you know, these basses and these little blips and bloops all over the place. And it feels like electro like progressed. You know what I'm saying?
It's a more mature electro.
Yeah, exactly. It's a more mature, a darker, you know, we love the retro vibes of it too.
Yeah.
So again, it's mid-tempo season, guys, and if you guys want to go ahead and take advantage of getting all these bonuses and getting the pack early, all you guys got to do is click the link and give us your email, and we will go ahead and send you guys all the information as far as what we're going to be doing with the pack, what type of bonuses we're going to have, contest, all that type of stuff is going to be in there.
We're having crazy updates for the whole weeks up until the 1st.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys are looking on YouTube. Make sure you guys are signed up to the email list. We're doing giveaways. We're doing crazy stuff this month.
Definitely going to be doing giveaways for people that are on the pre-sale list this time for sure. You could just win a copy or something or some stuff. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be announcing more about that in the future. So hopefully you guys are as excited as we are because we're fucking pumped.
Fucking so stoked.
And look forward to a bunch of mid-tempo videos coming up for mid-temp season, right?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to show these guys what we got cooking.
We got some cool producer videos, like some tips and tricks, and we got some great fucking remakes and some great sounds that are only going to be available in Mid-Temps Volume 2. So make sure you guys sign up for that. Like the video if you liked the video. Subscribe if you really like us, right?
And if you really, really like us, drop us some comments.
I feel like a subscribe would be if they really, really like us. I'd be like, hey, if you liked the video, like the video, right?
Okay.
If you really like the video, then comment something. Like,
oh, and then if
I liked
you
the
love
video.
us.
And then if you fucking love us, right? Consider the new thing is like, this is what you say now on YouTube. Hey guys, you know, you guys can go ahead and consider subscribing, like maybe. Like, that's what they do now.
I hate that.
It's like,
I hate that.
Hey, you know, you can always change your mind if you want. That's like the thing we do now.
That's not going to be our thing.
No.
That's weird.
Let's try it. If you want to help out the channel, you guys can go ahead and subscribe.
If you want.
If you want, and then you can always change your mind later.
You could unsubscribe after.
You could do that.
If you like.
If you want to.
You know.
But don't. Because I don't care. I don't care if you subscribe or not. I don't mind.
Our feelings won't hurt.
If you only want to.
Yeah. Only
if you want to. I mean, just think about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you so much. We are so excited. We will see you guys in the next one. Next Wednesday, we're gonna have actually no, we're gonna see you guys on Friday.
It's a Friday, baby.
On Friday. We're having
double
videos a month. We're going for it. Let's see if we can do it. So
let's do it.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go ahead and play this sucker out.